Well, a very good afternoon and welcome to the Clark Oval. Overcast conditions above with two healthy rivals. Sunbury hosting Darley today. Of course, the Devils have won 9 of their last 10 meets against Sunbury, but the hosts will get as good a chance as any with some 11 players missing from the grand final side of last year. Sunbury have 14 available today. Not to mention the inclusion of Cody Bramble and Josh Guthrie, who missed the final day of last year. But the big outers, Wayne Hall, joins me for the afternoon with comments. Is Billy Myers and that thumb injury. We just saw how crucial he is to Darley's fortunes last week with 7 goals against Ballarat.
Yeah, he was outstanding. Good move from the coach. Worked well. Got through in the first quarter and finished with 7. Todd, and as you explained last week, and you were right on the money, if he only gets 6, Todd, Darley get beat. Because they just kept coming, as you reiterated throughout the call last week. And, they got within 5 points and could have really stole it in the end. But, here we come to Clark Oval. From memory, Todd, I reckon we've won the last 3 or 4 here. I always come to the game, and Maura and I sit out the end of the scoreboard, and I can't remember walking away. I hope I haven't jinxed them.
Yeah, well, Darley won their last 5 in a row, and their last defeat against Sunbury was at this venue. It was Matty White's first game in charge, actually, in his first head-to-head meeting with Dan Jordan. And yeah, there was an interesting comment to come out of that game. Whilst the Devils had plenty of it, Sunbury did enough to hold them out, but it's been all Darley since then. But Darley just going for me. They're just showing glimpses of their best, and I'm under no illusions. I still think Darley's best is better than anyone's, but can they get it for long enough? And with a long tail like they have in today, I'm expecting another indifferent performance, good in patches and not so in others.
Yeah, they really played in probably 3 10-minute bursts last week, Todd, and was enough to get the job done. But you're right here. I mean, as they say, the more closer you are to winning games, the closer you are to losing one. And, how well they play this ground here. And the conditions are a lot better than I thought coming over. A lot of drizzle right from Bacchus Marsh to almost here. So the ground's been fairly nick. There should be a reasonable score kicked. Not a lot of wind. Always favours going down, Todd, but can Darley kick a winning score? That's my question.
Yeah, just looking at the flags adjacent to the scoreboard on the other side of the ground, it looks like the breeze is favouring the left of screen. So we're not far off a start of this highly anticipated round 10 clash. Sunbury with their best chance to down the Devils, and of course they've been in some super spaces in previous meets. 20 points in front at quarter time, and Darley have just managed to do enough. There's hardly been anything between the two outside of that grand final blowout in that first quarter. So Sunbury will go in favourites at home. Darley disappointing on the road this year. They're 1-3. Sunbury at home 3-1. So something will have to change for the Devils today, and it's going to be made difficult in the absence of Myers, Johnson, Tanner, Inglis, Adam Azzopardi, and co. Well, Sunbury welcome back Jake Egan and Jake Sutton into the side. No Daniel Johnson, so that's some relief for the Devils. Guys, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with the opening ball up here at the Clark Oval in round 10, FNL's match of the round here in the East. It's Sunbury hosting Darley.
Sit wherever you like. You'll hear us anyway.
Welcome back to the Clark Oval ahead of the ball up for round 10 match of the round here. Sunbury will kick to the left of screen in the opening term. And the Devils, well, they rank 2 for first quarters and 1 in third quarters. Sunbury, well, they're not ahead of the ledger in any at the moment. They're square in a couple and 4 and 5 in the other 2. So they'll be looking to start well here today against the Darley outfit. Matty White, whilst they'll head in favourites today, Sunbury won't be taking anything for granted, given the absence of a handful of top-end talent of the Devils. So Edwards in the ruck. Ball up. It'll be Hind with the clearance. It was Matthews, in fact, in the ruck there for the Devils. High up and under kick forward, and the grab's being taken by Duncan Cadman. He went with the right boot. It's a clever kick. And Gresh has taken a nice grab. What a perfect start for the youngster. He'll go back and have a shot on goal in the opening minute here at Darley, at Clark Oval.
Just got out of there with pure strength, Bewley. Todd got it to Hine. Good mark. They all lost it, bar Cadman.
So we'll keep you updated with scores as they come to hand around the BFNL. So an all-important kick for Gresh to kickstart the Devils.
Oh, gee.
Shot, he's missed everything. It's terrible execution on goal. So a let-off for Sunbury as they negotiate to the outer side of the ground. Right foot kick there from Tedinello was good. Found Guthrie on outer side half back. And kept running. And got into the speedster there in Bramble, who fed it over the top. Sutton back into the side today. Fed it to Newitt on the back of 40 and 3 goals last week. Miller fed the ball back in there towards Egan. Lever it was. Both those two wearing the long sleeve today. Spiteri went to ground. And we'll get a ball up 65 metres away from the Sunbury goal.
One handball too many, Todd.
Well, you've got to find a way here at the Clark Oval. It's a monster ground. Zane Lahure must have copped one, so he's a little bit worse for wear. So we'll keep an eye on that. Chance of Matthews. His kick was smothered. Second effort okay. Spilled out over the line. We'll get a boundary throw in. So that's the last thing Darley need is Lahure going down. It's been a bit of a domino effect for the Devils over the last couple of weeks. Despite a spirited win over Ballarat in round 9. Much needed one of that at home. Different equation here on the road. Joel Cadman, his gather at ground level was good. He got the territory game with the bouncing ball. Lever leading into the race to the ball will do the mopping up for the Lions. He swung onto the left boot, looked to go central. Looking for Hannett, and it knocked away from him by Gresh, who fed the ball by hand, and they're away here. The Devils through Hyde. Right foot kick into the pocket. George had it knocked away from him. Riley looks a bit sore. Players around the footy. Baker, one of those. Shoveled it out, looking there towards George. Off hands over the line. We get a boundary throw in. 35 metres around from the Darley goal. So, unfortunately, the time clock hasn't started here. One job. It says 16:58 at the moment. Throw in. Muir at the back. Won the tap clearly. Lever tackled, taken to the ground. And we'll get a ball up. So some good forward pressure early from the Devils.
Aggressive, Todd, but he rolled him well.
No score as yet, as we're seeing an amendment with the time clock. Swarm of players around the footy. We'll get a copy-paste version in the form of a stoppage. Just a couple of metres closer to the Darley goal. He'll need to get bang for buck today here. Chance for Hine. He just threw it onto the boot. Out of bounds on the full. Was just hopeful rather than anything else. And a rebound opportunity for Sunbury. So it'll be Riley with the right boot towards half-back. Spoil at the back. Chance here for Matthews. Spiteri the pursuant. Matthews on his preferred left. Went searching for Duncan Cadman. It's a poor kick and another turnover. So efficiency levels by foot for the Devils early. Whilst they've had some territory. It's been below par for the level. Right foot kick to outer centre wing. Bit of kick to kick. Darley will get this back.
Bit of reciprocation back.
So a nervous start for both sides. The importance of, well, for Sunbury to consolidate in the sixth and break their runabouts against the Devils. And Darley well aware of their own issues on the injury front. Sunbury too, not shy of their own. But certainly in the top end space, the absence of Myers and Johnson are key outs. So it'll be Brett Bewley. He's had a super season in his fifth year back from the Fremantle Dockers. Goes with the all too familiar drop punt. Beautiful kick. Shallow entry inside 50. And Egan will bring the ball to broadcast centre wing. Mark's been taken there by McLean, who looks to go central. The Murphy Boyd direction. A win over his head. Sutton thrown away by Bewley. Chance of power. Right foot kick. Shallow entry inside 50. Committee. Was a good commitment on the football there from Brodie Ward to hold it up. We'll get a ball up. Hatcher, in fact. Chance for Sutton, out of stoppage to Egan, back to Sutton. Goes with the banana kick, hopeful rather than anything else. Walker couldn't hang on. Matricardi, clearing kick, couldn't get through the traffic. Chance of power, and he's non-preferred. He got a bit on at power.
Did he ever?
And he broke the shackles of an arm wrestle here at the Clark Oval and threaded it through. This game needed a goal, Wayne. Real.
Got just what it deserved, Todd.
It's a bit scrappy, this opening handful of minutes here at the Clark Oval. Darley, Sunbury on the board. 1 goal straight, 6. They lead Darley, no score. Coming onto the ground for the Lions. Gillard, a recruit from Montmorency. Missed the first 10 weeks with a knee. Debuted last week in Sunbury colours. So game 2 for him today. Coburg VFL listed player.
Oh, okay.
So Sunbury, with the all-important opening goal of the game. Typically big crowd in attendance for a Sunbury-Darley game. 2 healthy rivals going head-to-head. So it'll be Matthews in the ruck. Ground ball opportunity. Hind went the soccer. Chance there for Pearce over the footy. Normally clean. Tough in the clinches. Hind was in the end, and he was dispossessed and dropped it, said the umpire. Tendanello will be the beneficiary. So onto the right boot he goes towards half forward. Walker presented in front of Matthew Brett. And he looked to play on. He went to Guthrie. Might have caught one high. Umpire called play on. Fed it by hand to Miller. How's the finish? Good enough. Sunbury got 2 in a couple of minutes here at the Clark Oval.
Well, they worked the ball well then, Todd, and a good finish and straight through.
Getting some reward for some efficiency. And Riley Miller gets his first of the afternoon.
No? Oh, Miller, sorry.
Yeah, Miller. Miller and Power with the goals in this opening term. Darley without a couple of, well, not shy on a couple of opportunities of their own, but unable to impact. So a good start for the Lions. In front of this big crowd here at the Clark Oval. Back at the restart, Matthews, good lead, won the tap. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go Darley's way for a hold on Brett Bewley. So normally a thumping kick, he should get some serious territory here, and he goes wide of the pocket. Strong in front with Sutton, should have been paid the free kick. Umpire called play on. Opportunity now for Joel Cabot, who just threw it onto the left boot, was hopeful, got a territory gain. Chance there for Watkins. Had it stolen away by Hannett. His second effort was good. The youngster to square away a stoppage 25 metres away from the Darley goal.
Certain free kick miss there, Todd.
Ball up, Darley in attack. Eels won that tap. Good pressure from Hind. And Watkins will get a ball up. 12-point lead to Sunbury. Opening term here at the Clark Oval. Tap one by Eels, searching for Lever. Somehow got it to Egan in the end, who gave it to Bramble. And the bright boots, you'll see more of him this afternoon with that leg speed. He got it to Power, to Sutton. Got the shimmy around Jones and looked to square the footy with a clever kick and found Walker. Played on. Brambles under the pump. Was he held? Yes, he was. Didn't do much wrong there, Matty Brett. Just sort of overcommitted. They switch play to broadcast side to Lever, who lopes away onto the left boot. Sends it towards half forward. Guthrie presented. Played on. Went by hand. Got it to Hannett. Normally a good user. Went in the direction of McLean. Got it over the top to Doyle. Loves a goal. He gets his first. Sunbury get their third.
Just too clean, Todd. Got space and they're clean.
The kicking drop punts. The old mongrel territory game, just not enough for the Devils at the moment. So Sunbury's decision making and ball use validated by their 18-point lead. So Doyle gets his first, joining Power and Miller on the goal front. 3-goal lead to Sunbury. And the kick with the aid of a tricky breeze. Small favouring the right forward pocket to the left of screen. Ball up. Matthews again. Egan. Through traffic. Onto the right boot. Dribbling ball wide. Matricati leads into the race to the ball. Now all about decision making here. Well, it was one of those Darley kicks, well, that we've seen in the opening 10 minutes. A poor one. It was cut off. And Sutton will get on the end of this in front of Lahure. 50 metres out from goal. Lowers the eyes and went short. Found Spiteri. He's just inside 50, Spiteri here. And a shot on goal for Sunbury's fourth of the afternoon. They lead by 18. An ominous start for the home side today. He'll square the ball to Newitt. They marked uncontested in the end, no body or ball. Applied. Well, pressure thereof on. We'll get a shot on goal here. So Newitt on the back of a few goals last week. A kick from just inside 50. Normally a good kick of the footy. Got plenty of it, just off to the left and through for a minor score. So part led off there for the Devils. Sunbury's first blemish of the afternoon. 3-1-19 the Lions. They lead Darley no score.
Weekend footy's a long time, Todd. We were 4 goals last week at this same stage.
Brett Bewley to bring the ball back into play. He's got Matthew Brett short if he wants. Oh, and that's a rare shank there from the Devils' captain. Lahure did well to get a hand on it. Just needs some support. Gave it to Matricati. Went inside to Hind. And got it over the top to Lahure. Quick hands. There from Hatcher. Hind in board. Chance here for Baker. Just chipped it over the top. It was a good kick. To the youngster there in the younger. To Joel Cadman, to Luther Baker, to Crash. And the tumbly kick forward there from Baker just fell into the hands of Gresh, who was right place, right time. We'll have a shot on goal here.
Like anything, Todd, you need a little bit of luck, but Lahure made something out of nothing there. It looked like being a free kick, and he's trapped it in right on the boundary line. 20 seconds later, we've got a goal.
Yeah, Gresh gets his first, an all-important one for the Devils. Sunbury well on top here at the Clark Oval. Really something out of nothing there on the back of that exit kick out of defence there from Bewley. As you said, Lahure and Matricati were able to work it out at the end with some overlap run with Hind getting involved. Baker with the inside 50. Found Gresh. And that'll restore some confidence for the youngster on the back of that shank in the opening 90 seconds of the game that didn't score. So Darley trailed by 13 points here on the road. And we're back at the restart. The Duncan Cabin into the ruck. Joel Cadman through traffic. Baker wanted the handball received, didn't get it. Now he will, and he just threw it onto the boot. Hopeful. They need a good bounce here, the Devils. They might get one. Favoured Hind is elusive, and the left foot kick across the body is marked on the goal line there by Riley, who saves the day for the Lions. So look to go out of side of the ground. Got plenty on the kick. Went through the hands of Miller. Bewley. Fitted by hand to Joel Cabin. That was a measured kick to Andy Azzopardi, who found Baker. So not a noted goal kicker. Spent more time forward last week than what we're used to from this predominant midfielder.
Take his best, Todd.
Yep.
He won't have an inch to spare.
So he lowers the eyes and went wide. Ground ball opportunity there for Lieber. Might have caught one high.
Ooh.
Oh, he's going to get pinged for holding the ball here. So it must have just been obscured by a vision of traffic in front of him, unless my observation was incorrect. But a shot on goal here on the back of a holding the ball decision has gone to Andy Azzopardi, who looks to go around the body. Darley have got back-to-back goals here at the Clark Oval.
I'm with you, Todd. It looked to be high, but once he didn't pay it, then he was in trouble for possession.
So a couple of goals against the run of play. Darley will take that. They're within touch here at the Clark Oval. They trail by 7 points. Such a big ground here. It's just another kick to get it done, isn't it? You know? So you really need to work the ball. You've got to be prepared to run and kick well to get through.
Correct.
Sunbury by 7 points. Darley with the last two of the game. Ball up, tap there by Walker. Purely clever. Got it to Baker. Somehow manufactured a release by foot to half forward. Good pressure there from Riley to square away a stoppage, and we'll get a ball up. So Bewley, Hind and Baker getting their hands on the footy early, and Joel Cadman. So that'll be important for Darley's fortunes today. Lockie George by hand to Andy Azzopardi. There's a Darley torp, went about 35 metres. Yeah, I'm not sold on that. Just not sold on that hack kick forward at this level. I may be harsh, but the conditions seem good enough to execute the fundamental, i.e. a drop punt.
Yeah.
Sunbury by 7 points here. And they go towards Muir. Good use of the body. Oh, he hung on it for a bit. Couldn't hang on. Baker, well, rare fumble. Opened the door for Ryan. He got it to Kelly. Searching hand pass. Put Miller under the pump. He was well held up there by Andy Azzopardi. And he'll be pinged for holding the ball. Again, that was very hot.
That's hot, Todd.
Not sure there was a great deal of pride there for Miller. And he'll play on and go to Bewley. Side step around Gillard. Went with the left boot towards the attacking 50. Hind's got a couple to beat. Numbers prevail here, but somehow end up with the footy. Manufactured a hand pass to the outside to Andy Azzopardi with a tumbling ball forward. Ground ball opportunity for Watkins. He gathered. Kick smothered. Egan got the overlap. They're not out of trouble yet here, the Lions. Turnover opportunity. Loose footy. Pearce. Egan. Left foot. Over the head of McLean. He'll get a free kick. That'll go against Gardner. Free kick to the Sunbury pressure forward. Sunbury by 7 points. And he goes to true centre half forward. Gee, they had the height there, Sunbury. They just couldn't work it out. Matthew Britt at ground level, fed up by Anna Jones. It was tackled by Gillard, taken to the ground. Quick answer, Mill. When he turned it over, it was pretty poor. They'll work it out. Freeman to Hind to Younger. Right foot kick towards the attacking 50. Bewley's gone forward. He's got Tendanello to beat. He's conceded a free kick in the end, the Jewel Henderson medalist, and that's a win for Sunbury as Tendanello went to the other side of the ground and found Boyd. So Boyd with ball in hand, stabbed at the kick. Gee, the kicking's been below par from both sides so far this afternoon. Edwards, Watkins, Bewley. He's on his left, in the phone box. Went by hand to Edwards. He too a left footer. And in front, reading it best there was Lever on the last line of defence, giving Gresh little or no hope with that deep forward 50 entry, the Devils. Chip over the top was okay to Power. He's off on his bike. Continues to run. And he'll look to go back in by hand to Egan. Oh, he shanked the kick.
Oh,
and just as an example as what I was touching on.
How bad's his kicking been, Todd?
Wayne, it's
from elite players too.
Yeah.
Gee.
Change the footy, I say, Wayne. Change the footy. So he's nearly overcooked that, but it was okay to Matthew Brett. Now this man is a beautiful kick of the footy. They just need to present here, the Devils, and give him an option, but he goes long. There's a fly.
Geez.
Oh, he's come down hard there, Matthews. That would have hurt anybody. Chance here for was Hatcher. Eels got the turnover. Let's go. Threw it away. Lucky to get away with it in the end. Second effort okay. Just needs some help. He hasn't got it yet. Now he's in trouble. And he's going to get pinged here.
Yeah, well, at least they're consistent, Cod.
Well, it was all in slow motion too, Wayne.
Yep. It was there.
So the short kick. Well, it was almost poor, but it did enough to Newitt. These players playing like they've already played 4 quarters of footy. Newitt, inside 50. McLean at the back. Loose ball opportunity. Edwards couldn't gather. Chance for Regan. Went to ground, opened the door for the Devils. They'll work it out by hand. It'll be Freeman. Tumbled the ball on the boot. Went over the head of Bewley. Foot race on here. Baker just try to protect the run of Bewley. They've got numbers here, Sunbury, but good attack there from Duncan Cadman. That was a poor hand pass, but somehow got it to Baker. He just hacked the kick forward in the direction of Gresh. Young Ryan on his hammer. Just needs some help. Can he get it to Matthews? Well, he can in the end, but he got a touch of the fumbles. Couldn't pick the ball up. Charging through there was Gresh, who was clean, but went to ground. We'll get the ball up 60 metres away from the Darley goal. Sunbury 19, Darley 12. Bit of a stalemate in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Neither side been able to hit the side of a barn in the last 5 minutes. Edwards, can he keep it in? He can for the Devils. The kick was smothered. Now he went with the right boot. We'll try that. Gresh presented in front, the youngster. Couldn't hang on. Riley dumped as he kicked. Was effective in the end. Found Newitt. Former Coburg VFL listed talent as well. He went short to Guthrie. He loves to present with that short option between the arcs especially. Normally a good user. And he found Boyd just inside the boundary line. Short kick. Another poor one at that. Was touched. Sutton had to play on. He went by hand to Power. He'll keep running between the arcs. Guthrie got the overlap to Newitt. He kept running and went forward in the direction of Egan. Just outpointed Lahure. The kick was to the right side. Gave Egan every chance to protect that.
Gave him too much room. Todd gave him too much room.
The kick was always the kick was always to the favoured side though for Egan. It was always going to make it difficult for Lahure. So we'll get a shot on goal here for Egan. Chance to restore a 13-point lead here for Sunbury. Across the body he goes. Got plenty of the kick. It's a terrific finish there from Egan. He measured the distance and the accuracy to perfection. He got it done. Sunbury get their 4th of the afternoon after kicking the first 3 of the game. Advantage Sunbury. Time on, opening term. Well, we best keep it positive, Wayne, because otherwise it's been a pretty lacklustre affair from...
The last 10 minutes, Todd, yeah. We're going nowhere.
But the best running parts of the game that we've seen so far have been with Sunbury between the arcs.
With the handball, yeah.
Yep. Back at the restart. Ball up. Tap one there by Muir. But Edwards will get on the end of it. Squirts the ball wide with the left boot. Chance of Baker. It was a good handball. Got it over the top to Matthews. He kept running. He started well, and the left boot was good to Hine. He loves to run and loves to finish, and he gets it done. Quick response from the Devils, and a bit of cream rising into the top.
Yeah, that was quality work.
Darley's best passage of the afternoon.
Yeah, easily, Todd. He doesn't need much Hine, does he?
Good work rate from the ruckman in Matthews.
Yeah.
He's been a bit of a bonus acquisition in this opening term for Dan Jordan, and his decision to put him into the ruck, obviously into the absence of Aidan Tanner, who's got the week off suspended. Darley within touch. They trail by 7 points. 21 minutes. Well, they tick over. They were a bit slow to start here, so we're a little bit deeper in time on than that suggests. So bear with us. Ball up. Tap one there by Walker. Matricati went the soccer. Did it go the required? Didn't matter. And the soccer off the ground there was Miller to half forward. No Pryor. It was good pressure there. We'll get a ball up on half forward broadcast side for Sunbury. Sunbury 25, Darley 18. Big crowd here. Just waiting for something to happen. Goals to Egan and Hine in the last 5 minutes. It's been encouraging as Guthrie found Doyle.
It was a very good kick, that, Todd.
He loves a long goal, Doyle, but he likes to go wide of the pocket. Was well read off the boot at the end there by Chaz Jones. He went with the left boot out wide towards Andy Azapati. He fed the ball by hand to Edwards. Was well done there by Andy to go with that first option. Kick found Duncan Cadman on the bounce. Good pressure there from Riley. Ball spills out. Chance at Joel Cadman. Andy Azapati. Overcooked the hand pass. Riley knocked over the footy, held up by Edwards. And we'll get a ball up. Centre wing out of side. Deep in time on opening term. Sunbury lead by 7 points. Both sides just feeling their way in this opening term. Eels muscles it to the outside and then forces the ball by hand to Power. He got the overlap to Egan. It was always going to go left side. And found Boyd on the bounce. He caught one over the shoulder. He'll take that resultant free kick. Waste no time. Going wide to Walker. It was a good kick. Found the youngster he's a good size, Walker. And the likely type for Sunbury moving forward. They just continue to produce and always have considerable depth. Despite a number of clubs around the region just forever on the poach. He's a good young product, Walker. And he validated that with an excellent finish. So back-to-back goals to Sunbury. They get their 5th of the afternoon.
Perfect finish, Todd.
Yep, Walker gets his first.
Correct.
Some scoreboard drama. Late with the timekeeping starting. Efficiency's been down. The water boys hit the deck.
We're not having much luck with the scoreboards the past couple of weeks, Todd.
It's been a bit of a calamity this opening term. Let's hope it gets better post-quarter time. Quick hands of Guthrie was good to Walker. Full of confidence. Sent it forward. Ward needs to be clean. Handball wasn't, but it got it to Lahira on the bounce. Back to Ward. They got it to Gardner. He tumbled the ball onto the boot. Oh, that was good work there from Hatcher. So Hatcher on halfback. Needs to find a target. And he comes broadcast side to Bewley.
Oh,
That'll be out of bounds on the full every day of the week.
Correct.
It doesn't even matter
off his boot over the line, onto the line, doesn't matter, Todd.
it's come off the boot. I mean, it's the lasso or on the full either. And the right call's been made. So it'll be Ryan who went short to Guthrie. There's that lead-up presentation that I spoke of Guthrie. So he'll just hand pass it over the top to Hannett on the left boot. Normally a beautiful kick of the ball. Went the Sutton direction. He's going to get a free kick here. Lahure's very surprised. But it's going to go to Sutton.
I thought it was going the other way, Todd.
Yeah, no, not I. No, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
So Sutton will have a shot on goal here, 45-degree angle. He'll elect to kick it around the corner. They do it so well these days. A 13-point lead, deep in time on. A chance to be extended here for the Lions. Normally an excellent finisher. And he gets it done, Sutton. He's done that 100 times here at the Clark Oval. Another goal to the Lions.
Just get away a bit, Todd, now.
And some extension, some deserved extension too on the scoreboard, I must concede.
Yeah. 3 goals about where it sits. They've moved the ball better, kicked it better,
Yeah.
and ran the ball better with the handball.
It's just the timekeeping and the scoreboard that they haven't done well today. Apart from that, they've been pretty good, Sunbury. 6 goals to 3. Near quarter time. Let's hope there's a siren here. So a bit of a reset of sorts to follow at the opening break. 6 goals to 3 opening term in favour of the hosts. But you'd never know looking at the scoreboard here at Sunbury. Ball up. Matthews. Walker in the ruck. Won the tap. Matthew Brett came off half-back. Baker was clean. Quick hands to Hind, to Bewley. The big guns combined. And Bewley went long to the top of the square. And the mark's been taken by Lockie George.
Might have been a tad lucky there, Todd.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the replay, but I'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Anyway.
So Lockie George, maybe copped an arm chop.
Yeah.
He won't miss from here. And Darley get a quick one back, an important one at that. In the dying moments of this opening term here at the Clark Oval, Darley 4 straight 24. They trail Sunbury 6-1-37. So we'll endeavour to get those scores to you from around the FNL. We'll get those up for the quarter-time break here. It can't be far away. Although they did fall asleep with the wheel there early on here.
And they've kicked 10, Todd.
Yes, they have. 10-1, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Well, the conditions suggest that, that's on par.
Yeah, just maintain the drop punts and the clean. Well, sometimes hard out of the middle, but Bewley made that look easy. It was off the non-preferred. To Azapati, kicked into a dangerous area. It was good attack on the footy there from Lever. Saved the day as Duncan Cadman was coming. Lever read it best, and he'll go with the left boot to the outer side of the ground. Out the direction there of Miller, who's got some space and some toe, and time to make up a decision. And executed well by foot and found Walker on true centre wing outer side. He looks to go back to Guthrie with another little chip hit up. He goes back with a 45 to Bramble. Good to see the young speedster running around there after spending 12 months on the sidelines with an ACL. As the siren sounds here for quarter time, well, it feels a bit sort of lacklustre externally. Maybe there's a bit more going on out there as both sides obviously doing their utmost to put on the best performance. 6-1-37 Sunbury. Darley 4 straight 24. So the most positive out of the game has probably been the accuracy on goal.
Correct, Todd.
And Sunbury deserved leaders at the first
Yeah,
break.
yeah, that's about where it sits. They certainly deserve their lead, Sunbury.
You got some goal scorers
yeah,
for us, Wayne?
we've got Nathan Doyle with one. Everyone's got one. Toddy, Nathan Doyle, Jake Sutton, Harry Power, Blake Walker, Riley Miller and Jake Egan. That's for Sunbury. And for Darley, we have Lachlan George, Nicholas Hine, Andrew Azapati, and Jet Grech.
Let's go round the grounds before a quick break. Melton 4 straight, 24 lead. Bacchus Marsh 2-3-15. Ballarat 1-2-8 lead. North Ballarat no score. Lake Winderee 1-5-11 lead. Redan 1-2-8. And East Point 4-4-28 lead. Sebastopol 2-2-14. Guys, a break. We'll be back with the second quarter action in around 5 minutes' time.
So Rag Brand sends it inside 50 for Sebastopol. They're 30 metres out from goal. Few players flew. No one can take the mark. Waiting down low, although dangerous in these situations is Forbes. And he has a look at the goals. And he kicks a right foot snap for the first goal of the day.
One down there by Gertz. Cassidy, strong in the hips. Side step superb. Standing barrel, if you don't mind, to a vacant goal. He needs the bounce. And he got it.
Welcome back to the Clark Oval, ahead of the second quarter action in BFNL's match of the round in the East. It's Sunbury hosting Darley, and the Lions with a deserved, efficient 13-point lead. Well, it's very muddy in the middle. The rest of the ground looks in super neat, really. And we've been spared the rain thus far. And if anything, according to the flags, the breeze rolling to the left of screen. So the score's up, the time's away, and so are we with Matthews, Hannett, Guthrie. Looking for Sutton, who was held up by Andy Azapati. And we get a ball up, attacking side of centre wing for the Devils. And kick to the left of screen in this second term. They trail by 13. Ball up. Loose ball, Miller, dribbling ball, beyond centre wing. Now, Spiteri's gather was clean. Power was excellent in the opening term, so too Guthrie. Left foot kick to half forward out of side. The early fly there was Gillard. One of the hole denied. Went to ground. Now he's in trouble. And he'll be pinged by the umpire. They waste no time releasing the ball. Joel Cabot and Matthews got time to gather and go lateral to Edwards, who was handy in that opening term. They need him to play well today in the absence of some top end. So he tries to manoeuvre away through. Spoil was good there from Bramble. Brett was clever by hands to Younger. He just chipped the ball in the direction of Lesko. Clean bowled Younger, an opportunity here for Tindanello, was tackled, taken to the ground. And we'll get a ball up on half forward broadcast side. So at the restart, this opening goal of the second term, crucial for both sides. Hind. He goes with the right boot to a 2-on-1. Did they spoil one another there, Sunbury? Chance there for Gresh, who wanted to kick it, then fed it by hand. Second opportunity here for the Devils. Outside of the right boot was a clever effort there from Andy Azapati, but off to the left. So it was ambitious from the Devils, the execution.
Just
not top end. It was a bit sloppy, but their intent was good.
Yeah.
Their first blemish of the afternoon. 4-1-25, Darley. Trail Sunbury 6-1-37. Tick over 2 minutes gone second term. So Riley's an easy option here. He'll get this uncontested. So the right boot from Riley. That was an easy exit for Sunbury. They've got about a 100-metre gain. Knew it was terrific. Fed the ball by hand to Spiteri as he was going to ground. He got it to Muir, to the outside to Kelly. Under pressure, Muir kept running. Forced to apply the tackle in the end on Edwards, and we'll get a ball up on half-forward broadcast sign for Sunbury, who lead by 12 points in the third minute of this second term action in BFNL's match of the round in the East. Umpires picked out a free kick here for a hold, and the advantage paid to Guthrie. So he'll just chip it in the pocket and chance to get it back here. And his vision was good. Went to Sutton, who wanted a hold, denied by the umpire. Can they work it out here? Walker to Sutton, took on the tackler, broke it, fed it to the outside. Loose hair pass. Doyle will look to get onto his left side. He does. They measured the kick well and found Miller. Probably a little too far out to score. Miller told to play on by the umpire. So he goes with the right boot to a dangerous area. Edwards went the spoil. Muir got a touch of the fumbles, the big fella. Quick hands there from Newitt to Guthrie. His vision was terrific and found Pearce to the outside. And 40 metres out from goal.
It's good vision then, Todd. Had two options.
Yeah, he's been the most composed of the Sunbury mids with his decision-making.
Correct.
Seems to do it in slow motion. Guthrie's quite comfortable.
He's been very neat and tidy, Todd.
Yeah. So it'll be Pearce who'll walk away from us here. An all-important first shot on goal for Sunbury. He'll just go short into the pocket. The mark's been taken by Gillard. Much to the disappointment of Hind and the checking of his fellow defenders. So the Montmorency recruit in game 2 and his new club. Was the debut put on hold on the back of a 10-week knee injury. So a 45-degree angle shot here for Gillard. They should get around him if he can get a job done here. Left-footed kick. Approach is good. So too the finish. Sunbury get their 7th. And they extend. So Gillard gets his first. An all-important one of the first term too. So Darley with their first shot on goal in that opening term. 20 metres out, smashed it out of bounds on the full. Alternatively, Sunbury with their opportunity were able to get it done. So reward for efficiency, terrific vision from Gillard, an unselfish play from Pearce. Muir with the tap, it went to the other side. Hind, industriously off the ground. Hatcher to Andy Azapati. Bewley gathered, went inside, went to the voice of Baker, was clean. And that gave him some time to measure the hand pass to Matthews. His kick was smothered by Tenanello. Geez, you could hear it from here. And we'll get a ball up 40 metres away from the Darley goal. G. Baker with his cleanliness there at ground level was able to give the Devils some more time. Momentarily. Kick was then smothered, which put the line through that. Power tackled, hustled to the ground by Hind. And we'll get a ball up. So at this very ground last year, Josh Guthrie did his ankle and Nick Hind actually went and retrieved the stretcher in a very sportsmanlike showing. Yes, gesture. So Joel Cabin went forward to Gresh, who couldn't hang on to the mark. Swarmed by Sunbury defenders. Loose hand pass, kept alive there by Baker. Not out of trouble yet, Sunbury, but they should be able to work it out through Ryan. With the right boot. Now, Matricati should swallow this. Not good enough. But his recovery was okay, and the left foot kick was fortuitous. Fell into the hands of Edwards, who looked to square the ball to Joel Catman. Important hand on it there from Muir. Shark there by Guthrie. Loose hand pass. Now, chance for Matricati to atone. He goes with a high kick to a dangerous area. Hadn't got an important spoil on the footy. Found the boundary line. We're going to throw in 15 metres around from the Darley goal.
Very good defence there, Todd, on a very handy player in Hind. Timely fist.
Sunbury lead by 3 goals. 7-1 plays 4-1. After Sunbury led by 13 at quarter time, the margin has been extended to 18. Throw in. Front spot, George won the tap. Rebound tap from Sutton. Fell in the hands of Newett, who just knocked the ball forward. And he has a party. Now he's held up by Guthrie. And we'll get a ball up 50 metres away from the Darley goal.
A bit stiff, the Sunbury bloke. I think Azapati had him before he touched the ball, Todd.
8 minutes gone, second term here at the Clark Oval. One tap, one there by George. Younger with some great intent. Couldn't gather, went to ground. He looks sore. And he's holding that shoulder. Not good there for the youngster. He's had a horrid run with injury this year. Lever with the outside of the left boot. Bouncing ball. Went towards the boundary line. Gathered there by Gardner. He's got some toe. And the kick was good to Bewley. He was strong overhead. Took a nice grab in front of Newett. So he'll lope onto that left boot, Bewley, from 50. Got plenty on the kick. It won't quite get the journey, will it? It has. It's gone over the back. Nice little bit of body work there for a Gresh to allow the ball to travel the required distance. And Bewley with a captain's goal.
Spot on, Todd. He just leaned into him and got it over the line, and a thump and kick from the skipper.
Bit of physicality creeping into the game too. That felt inevitable too, given it was a pretty soft opening to these 2 grand finalists from last year. Of course, they've had one game already this year back in round 1 at Darley Park, which was a nail-biting finish. This afternoon's affair just a little bit more open. Maybe the ground's got a bit to do with that. The restart, Darley hanging in. They trail by 12. on the back of that Bewley goal. Matthews went to ground. Shoveled it out, though. Guthrie kept his feet. Fed it by hand to Sutton. Couldn't feed the ball through the traffic. And we'll get a ball up, will we? No, yes. The Devils were asking for a free kick, but denied by the umpire. We'll get a ball up. So a bit of feeling creeping into this game, which is good to see. Bit of care factor. Eels. Tap only went as far as Matricati. Left boot. Younger knocked off the footy by Tenanello. Ground ball. Still foraging. Watkins fed it by hand. It was good effort. Good clean play there from the youngster. But Fawcett was held up. We'll get a ball up in the middle of the ground. Tick over 10 minutes gone. Ball up. Tap one by Eels. Baker was clean again and then just lost his feet. Sutton. Hands. Guthrie. Rare fumble. Got time to atone. Not efficiently though. There goes Fawcett. Left boot. George got a terrible bounce. Favoured Riley over the back. They should be able to work it out. They played plenty of games together, this Sunbury defence. And Lever, beautiful kick, found Sutton on half-back outer side. Fitted over the top to Guthrie, who's continuing to accumulate. And that vision was terrific. Found Walker, who went inboard. Quick hands there from Bramble to McLean. Dumped as he kicked. Umpire called play on. Not out of trouble yet, the Devils. Hurried kick forward, goes in the Doyle direction. Gathered cleanly. Hand pass meant for Gillard, missed the target. Freeman went to ground. Above the knee, ball rolled over. We'll get a boundary throw in. Some 50 metres around from the Sunbury goal. 12-point lead to the hosts. Throw in. Matthews to contest the ruck duel and won that. Andy has a party. One of the hole denied and then asking the umpire again, but Sunbury's going to get this free kick. It's going to be Sutton. Who plays on. He got plenty on the kick to a dangerous area. Egan's at the back. Darley got numbers in front. It was well worked out there by Lahure and Matthew Brett at the end. Two-time premiership defenders. And goes short, Lahure. Kick meant for Jones, and he'll get a free kick for an arm chop in the end. So he goes back to Lahure. So a chance for the Devils to reset here. They're bereft of option and turnover. They waste no time sending the ball towards Doyle. They were strong overhead and got it done in the end. So a turnover from Lahure has resulted in a shot on goal for Doyle. Near directly in front, 30 metres out from goal.
Wasn't much of the kick the first one, Todd, and he got it back, and the second one was even worse. You think you learn from your mistakes, but sometimes you don't.
So it'll be Doyle, who's kicked one this afternoon. Chance for goal number 2, directly in front. Normally a good finisher around goal. Chance to extend the margin to 18. Kicks on its way. Goal umpire has a little work to do. Sunbury restore an 18-point lead here at the Clark Oval. 8-1-49. They lead Darley 5-1-31. 18-point lead to the Lions, and that feels about right. Darley just hanging in. Been made to pay for their own errors. And I like that in footy. You should be made to pay for turnover.
Be accountable.
8-1 to 5-1. Of course, Darley just averaging 60 points against last year. That's up to 72 this year, so they've been easier to score against. And 8 goals midway through this second term is validating that pattern. Matthews did well. Bewley ridden into the ground. Umpire called play on. Guthrie released the ball by hand. Eels scooped it up somehow, legally, to Power. Got it to McLean. He went with the right boot. Out wide there in the Gillard direction. He had it knocked away from him. It was good pressure there from Freeman. We get a boundary throw in on half forward outside for Sunbury. They've kicked 2 goals, so the Devils 1 in this second term. That'll be Matthews and Eels. Eels just pushed him off the footy and threw the ball onto the boot. Gillard tried to keep it in, found power in the end. He's just got time to pick the ball up and make up his own mind. Matthew Brett read it best. Took a nice grab and outpointed the youngster there in Walker on that occasion. Oh, no. It was a good gather from Ward, and the kick too was good. It should have been held there by Edwards, but they're going to get a let off the Devils.
Paid the chop then, I think, Todd.
Yeah.
Might have been a bit lucky.
So Edwards will go short. It's okay to Joel Cadman. He goes lateral to Brody Ward, who'll get onto the left boot. Found George. He's up on his bike. Normally a penetrating kick. That was a terrific kick. Found Andy Azapati. He didn't have to break stride. It was a good stretch and a grab there from Fawcett. Another one of the new faces into the side today. No Harley Inglis. Frequent small forward. 4-time premiership player. Unavailable today.
I think this will take his best, Todd.
I saw Fawcett kick 4 goals in 7 minutes, but it was in the twos. Kicks on its way.
Yeah.
Well, out of bounds on the full.
He just tried for too much distance.
Yeah, that's right.
It was beyond him. He couldn't kick it that far.
Yeah, well, present. Someone lead. Give an option. Know your limitations. Hannett got on the end of the lever exit kick. Guthrie. Well, I'll just go to him every time with that 15-metre chip kick. They just keep racking up the marks. Sunbury, they average near 100 marks a game. So Guthrie just snuck it in as Tendanello marked on the defensive 50 for Sunbury, who lead by 18 points. Near 17 minutes gone in this second term. Devils need to get one back. Tendanello to a dangerous area. Matthews went with it with one arm. George shoveled it out to Joel Cabin. Somehow got boot to ball. Watkins gathered. Quick hands. Just missed Lesko, but found Hind. Sidestepping one way, then another. Got a terrible bounce. And then just squared it laterally to Edwards. Oh, sidestep one and all and went deep to a dangerous area. Bewley. Over his head, bouncing ball, boundary side. Andy Azapati went over the top, back to Bewley. Fed it by hand. Fawcett's in trouble, back to Bewley. Left foot kick across the body. Ground ball opportunity. That's not a bad effort. Shark out of nowhere.
Oh.
By Andy Azapati.
He's paid that.
Has been touched on the goal line.
He's paid that,
but
Todd.
the umpire's paid a block against Sunbury. It's going to go the way of Lesko. Well, they'll have to take what they can today, the Devils. They're just going to be up. They're going to be up against it for the most part this afternoon, you'd think.
Correct.
Seemingly hanging in here at the Clark Oval. And Lesko, from point-blank range, keeps the Devils within 2 goals. 6-1-37, the Devils. They trail Sunbury 8-1-49. 2-goal lead to the Lions. 18.5 minutes gone. Second term here.
Yeah, they're just hanging in, Todd, aren't they? Just find a way to keep getting it back to a couple of goals. They really need the next one, the Devils, and put a bit of scoreboard pressure on. But
the game quite hasn't reached the heights of the 1v2 of last year, has it? It's been quite a middle-of-the-table game. And I guess their positions on the ladder validate that.
Yeah, exactly, Todd.
Both sides with a number of players out, and that is certainly attributed to the polish or lack thereof this afternoon. But the premiership points, highly important today. Muir knew it to Power. High kick sort of off the side of the boot. Opened the door for the Devils. Fawcett foraging hard. He's outnumbered there at that ground level ball. He did enough to square away a stoppage. We'll get a ball up. True centre wing out of side. Sunbury 49, Darley 31. Ball up. Tap one by Lesko. Confidence up. Follow-up work was good, and then he hacked the ball forward. One bounce over the line. We'll get a boundary throw in just inside the Darley 50.
Purely forward, Todd.
Yeah, well, they just can't afford to have their top-end players off the ground today. Just makes total sense that they rest forward. Boundary throw in. Miller. Ground ball. Swinging a miss by Hind. Baker. Hind. Clever little one under the ground. Chance for Andy as a party who's held up no prior. We're going to ball up 15 metres away. So he's worked hard today, Andy has a party. He stood up in the absence of a handful today.
One being his brother, Todd.
Yeah, it's overseas, 9U. Ball up, tap one there by Newell, went boundary side. Miller kept his feet, and then Gresh was in his back. Right call. Clumsy technique. Not sure how much he was disadvantaged by Miller. Body momentum forward. So Lever got on the end of this. And Kay broadcast side. So it's Kelly with a running bounce. And a drop punt in the direction of Walker. Presented nicely. Played on. Went inboard to Bramble. This is when they're dangerous, the Lions. And the kick was good. And found Gillard. Gillard on half forward. Onto the left boot he goes. It's a tumbling kick to the pocket. It was a poor one at that. It was cut off there by Lahure. He got it to Andy as a party on the bounce. He's been corralled by a number of Sunbury players. As you can see, ground the hand pass found Sutton. And we'll get a ball up 20 metres away. Well, he had no support run. I know it wasn't the best option or execution there from Andy as a party, but there was no help. There was no run. Receive option. Ball up. Tap one by Walker. And we'll get a ball up 15 metres away from the Sunbury goal. They need to deny Sunbury a goal with this forward 50 entry, the Devils. Whenever they've seemingly gone forward, they've been able to get one through. Ball up. Tap one there by Walker. Stolen there by Joel Cadman. He got a bit of the ball to outer centre wing. Ryan and an out number through Muir combined. And Ryan's kick was good. Found Miller. He lowers the eyes. Oh, poor kick. Joel Cadman. Fed it by hand to Bewley. Standing start. Found Andy as a party.
He's on the stack of it, Todd.
Well, the GPS numbers from Andy as a party on that. Well, that wing just seems to go longer than a highway. The kick was good. To Hind. To Gresh. He should mark this. He didn't in the end. He had it stolen away by Lieber. Excellent second effort. Now ball at ground level. And the umpire's finally caught up with the game and said, well, I'll have it.
Correct, Todd. He was a mile behind both of them.
Well, 49 Sunbury lead, Darley 37. Time on, second term. Darley in attack. Can they get one back? Newell with the tap, only as far as Baker. Fed it by hand to Andy as a party. He's had a good term. But just the disposal efficiency lets him down, but you can't blame him for his, you can't knock him for his work rate in this second term. It's been huge. They work it out. Out of the fence to Bramble. He'll look to go to the outer side of the ground. Drop punt beyond half back. Muir knocked the ball away from Lesko. Somehow fell back into his hands. Andy has a party again. There's another one of those disposals that was just an almost. He's still foraging. Fed it by hand to Matricati. Standing start territory going old-fashioned. Torp Gresh.
Well, good mark, Gresh, just to get muscled his bigger opponent, Todd.
Goes in out wide. It was a good effort there by Hatcher to effect a spoil. Chance for George. Through traffic. Chip kick. Turnover. Almost. Oh, that was lucky. Fell in the hands of Pearson. Away they go. Power. He's got some toe. Goes with the right boot to outer centre wing. Opportunity gone begging there for the Devils as Boyd got on the end of it. True centre wing outer side. Right foot kick was good. Found Walker. He should just keep playing senior footy from now on, this kid. And the kick was good. Found Sutton in front of Lahoure. So Sunbury Sutton from outside 50. Gets plenty on the kick. It's off to the left and through for a minor score. That would have been heartbreaking for the Devils because they were raffling the ball momentarily at half forward around the 50-metre mark and then just coughed it up in the end. Sunbury took it forward and had a shot on goal and missed. So Sunbury 50 lead Darley 37. The right team's in front. Darley just hanging in. Time on. Second term. Out of defence they come. Out in the direction of Hine. Well, he pushed his man in the back, but lawfully said the umpire, and he's up on his bike, running bounces. He's got some toe, and he ran away from Lever with a third bounce, fourth bounce, and now he looked to square the ball. Joel Cadman bouncing one at that. Goal of the year, Nick Hine.
Oh, Nick Hine.
Goal of the year.
I'm not sure that was what he meant, Todd, but that's what happened.
Well, he'll take it.
He bounced the ball every 2 metres. I thought you could run about 10. He's had 5 in 15, 20 metres. He took a chance, George, and it's paid off.
Well, Hine will come off for a deserved spell and then just said, no, we need more from you. You couldn't do any more than that.
Oh.
Goal of the year.
Exhilarating.
The run and carry. So when you're bouncing the ball, you're actually slower.
Correct.
Right? And he's still running away from them. And then the finish. Got the favourable bounce, sure.
Yeah.
Now we've got a 7-point ball game.
It's the one the Devils have been looking at, Todd, for the whole game.
Darley 43, Sunbury 50. Deep in time on, second term. Newitt, Bewley. Chancellor walk up, got it to the outside to Powell to Guthrie. Put it over the top to Spiteri. Lower the eyes, right foot kick. Wasn't the best version of that. Freeman needs to be clean. Just got boot to ball in time. Kick was okay in the end. It found Joel Cadman. He just tried to chip it over the top to Baker. He was clean and fed it by hand. Left foot kick. Skew whip to the outside. Favoured Edwards in the end. He just chipped it wide. The kick was good and found Watkins. He'll go long. And the kick was good. Found Lesko, who's got out the back.
Probably their best passage of play,
That
Todd.
was, well, apart from the Hind one. We're just going to put that one on the shelf.
Yeah, the Hines individual, that's all that was. That was just an individual
Passage.
exemplary.
Well, it
quality.
essentially was a passage of play.
Yeah, it's just all about him. Yeah.
So to get the Devils within a point near half-time here at the Clark Oval, gee, the Devils would take that. I mean, this is every bit Sunbury's going to lose. Kicks on its way. Lesko's got 2. Darley have got 8, and they're within a point here at the Clark Oval as we approach half-time. Wow,
That's a big couple of minutes for the Devils, Todd.
well, they've kicked 4 in the opening term, 4 in the second. Sunbury 6 in the opener, 2 in the second, so...
We were wondering where the goals were going to come from, Todd. And up pops a bloke called Lesko. I don't know how old he is.
Well, he's a marathon runner, and I think footy's his second sport after that. But he's been promoted.
He might like a quite little bit of a punt as well, Todd, I'm led to believe.
Wow.
Might be his third love.
Gamble responsibly. Approaching half-time here. Sunbury lead by a point. Ball up. Tap one by Walker. George, clean bowl the umpire, was clean at the end. Got onto the right boot. Conditions suit with the mud from the former Red Hand star. Kick went out wide to Levo, who had to go to ground to protect the footy. Did well to keep it in front of him, though. Here come the reinforcements for the Devils. Good pressure.
Oh, he's paid
over the shoulder against Guthrie. And it went to force it to Joel Cadman, who goes with a high up and under kick into the pocket. Off the hands of Tenanello. Over the line, we're going to boundary throw in 25 to 30 metres away from the Darley goal. Sunbury 50, Darley 49. Near 30 minutes gone, second term. Boundary throw in. Darley in attack. Bewley to do the ruck work. Grabbed it, then was held up. Somehow got ball to boot, went about a metre. Who wants it? No one yet. as Fawcett went to ground. Now he's held up by Lever. That would be pink for holding the ball. Well, any wonder nobody wanted to pick the ball up.
Yeah.
Because that was going to be the result. So Lever. The ever-consistent rebound, Sunbury defender. Kick found Power. It's in a big half. And went by hand to Lever with the left boot. Kick was okay. Found Kelly, who went inboard to Newitt. That was well done there by Joel Cabin, and good umpiring as Newitt threw the line over the boat. Didn't get a bite from the umpire. But Power fed it by hand to Riley, who goes with the tumbling helicopter drop punt. That was all too easy. That was poor defending from the Devils. And Eels sent it deep forward. And Doyle's got on the end of it.
Yeah, the ruckman was very poor then, or he just didn't read that all tight and allowed him to take an easy chest mark, and he's got it down full and they've got a shot.
So, Doyle with a late shot on goal. Deep in time on of this second term. Chance to get this lead back to 7. You shouldn't miss from here. 45-degree angle. Distance not a problem. Kicks on its way. Doyle's got 3 here at the Clark Oval. Sunbury get their 9th. Been a high-scoring affair here at the Clark Oval. 9-2-56 Sunbury. Lead Darley 8-1-49. Time for a quick look from around the grounds, but we're not far away from a halftime break, so we'll save it till then. As part of 30 minutes gone here. We're back at the restarters. Seems to get a little dark here. It was a good tap. Baker clean again, and it knocked away from him there by Bramble. Guthrie gathered, fed it by hand to Power, got it to Kelly, to McLean, to Bramble, over the top. They got the overlap. Boyd went back through traffic and then just tumbled it onto the boot. Good attack on the footy by the Devils. So the siren sounds for half time. And on the scoreboard front, a most entertaining opening half. 9-2-56 Sunbury, lead Darley 8-1-49. The Devils booted 4 goals to 3 in that second term after they trailed by 13 points at quarter time. The halftime margin has been reduced to 7. Wayne, you've got the goal scorers before we have a look around the grounds.
Sunbury, we've got Doyle with 3, Gillard 1, Sutton 1, Power 1, Walker 1, Miller 1 and Egan 1. For Darley, we've got Hine with 2. 1 was outstanding, as we've reiterated a couple of times. Let's go with 2. As a party 1, Bewley 1, and George 1.
High scoring affair here at the Clark Oval for a number of reasons. We won't go into those. Half time around the BFNL this afternoon. East Point 42 lead Sebastopol 41. Redan 47 lead Lake Winterreed 27. Ballarat 24 lead North Ballarat 13. And Bacchus Marsh 17 trailed Melton 52. Guys, a break and we'll be back with the second half action in around 10 minutes time.
So Rex Brand sends it inside 50 for Sebastopol. They're 30 metres out from goal. Few plays flew. No one can take the mark. Waiting down low, although dangerous in these situations is Forbes, and he has a look at the goals, and he kicks a right foot snap for the first goal of the day.
One down there by Gertz. Cassidy, strong in the hips, sidestep superb. Standing barrel, if you don't mind, to a vacant goal. He needs the bounce, and he got it!
Welcome back to the Clark Oval ahead of the third quarter action here in FNL's match of the round. Round 10 action. It's sixth place Sunbury taking on fourth place Darley. And it's Sunbury who have the deserved lead at the main break. 7-point advantage. The Devils hanging in on the road. And Sunbury put them away. Ball up. Tap one by Matthews. Second effort good. Fed the ball by hand. Got it to Andy as a party. To Bewley. Left foot kick across the body. Bouncing one at that. Gathered cleanly by Tenanello. Released the footy. Gathered well there by Lesko. But at 2 goals in the second term. Back to Bewley. Sent it forward. Lever red at best. And the intercept defender will come broadcast side and get Sunbury out of trouble with a lateral kick. But it was good. It was well weighted. Hannett will look to draw the man, and he does in the end. Got it to Kelly. The right boot didn't let him down, the youngster, and found Hannett. So Hannett with the right foot kick towards half forward. She went through a swarm of players. And Gillard gathered in the end. He was held up. We'll get a ball up on half forward broadcast side. For Sunbury, who kicked to the left of screen in this third term with the aid of a slight breeze, looking at the flags. But sides have proven they can score at both ends. Pearce got the overlap through Miller. Kick smothered. Well, he fell back into his breadbasket in the end, and it did. He went one way then the other, then went back to Pearce, who fed it by hand to Hannett. Normally a good kick if he can get some space. Now he gets some, and he sends it forward in the Sutton direction. Went over his head, bouncing ball, foot race on here. And he has a party gathered. He went back through the traffic. It was a hot hand pass to Hind. Right foot kick to Lesko presented. Wheeled onto the right boot and sent it towards half forward. Gresh the target, presented. Went through his hands. Got a second bite at it and then tried to chip it over the top. Watkins got an important little touch on it. Bewley, can it sit up for him? Well, it does in the end. Then he's tackled, taken to the ground. No prior, said the umpire. We'll get a ball up 20 metres away from the Darley goal.
Great tackle that Todd saved probably a certain goal. A Darley bloke in the square on his own.
7-point advantage to Sunbury. Early moments, third term. Ball up. George. Strength. Around the body. It's a perfect start for the Devils. Lockie George gets them back within a point here in the opening minutes of this third term at the Clark Oval.
Got 2, George. Made something out of nothing then,
yeah,
Todd.
He had a very good second quarter. Darley within a point here. Near 2 minutes into this third term, and what an entertaining game going on at the Eastern Oval at the moment. Just 1 point separating East Point and Sebastopol. And proving in Ballarat that you can score too this afternoon. They're 55-54 or something of that nature at the half at Eastern Oval. Not the same could be said for Alverton Oval, of course. Ballarat, 2 goals to North Ballarat, 5 behinds or something. Ridiculous. Back at the restart. There goes Power, an excellent opening half. Look at his run and dash. It was good pressure there from Cadman. Chance for Guthrie. Gets a second crack at it. Fitted by hand to Bramble. Right foot kick. Inside 50. Doyle the target. Had it knocked away from him. Power kept running. Got the overlap. Doyle again. Took it on the tackler. Good pressure there from the Darley defence. Gardner. Hurried kick. Made it difficult for Andy Azzopardi. Guthrie will do the mobbing up. Went back to Sutton. Squaring ball. Walker over his head. Gardner got a terrible bounce. Ricocheted off him to a swarm of players. Hot one at that. And the intensity gone up 5 minutes into this third term.
Throw a blanket over about 8 of them, Todd.
Yep, a bit more intent from both sides, a bit more urgency, just a point separating the two. Ball up. Call that even. McLean just lost his footing at the crucial time. Matthews needs to be clever here. Fed it by hand now. Lahouray's under the pump. Fed it by hand to Ward, who clearing kick. Gretsch with a bit of confidence. Did well and just got an important little ball to boot.
Jeez, that was important, Todd.
Going the soccer there was Andy Azzopardi, who had a busy second turn. That was an excellent gather there from Kelly. He fed it by hand. Muir did well with the pickup to Guthrie to the outside. It was a good vision. He got it to Bramble. to Lever to Newitt. So good rebound and entry from Sunbury to set up this shot on goal here. And Newitt, former Coburg VFL listed player, lowers the eyes and went in the direction of Sutton and found him. He's got the number 7 on in this third term. I was just looking around at the Sunbury defence, so I thought they had all of their grand final defence, but Nathan Wood off to his second wedding of the year. I hope it's not his second of his own. But it'll be Sutton with the shot on goal here. 45-degree angle. Back with an opportunity of what he does best, and that is kicking for goal. Kicks on its way. Never looked like missing off the boot. Goal umpire had little to do. Sunbury getting an all-important response to the Lockie George goal through the agency of Sutton to just keep the Devils at arm's length early in this third term. So there's no Jake Egan for Sunbury. I think he might have hurt his shoulder. He's done for the day, Jake Egan. Some kind of arm injury. So that's a big blow for Sunbury. Matthews held up there by Guthrie. And we'll get a ball up. Geez, he just had stolen that, just stolen his lunch money and was off to the milk bar. But the umpire said, no, bring it back. I think it was a policeman. And we'll get a ball up, true centre wing out of sight. Sunbury lead by 7. Quick handsome Guthrie to the outside, only as far as high to kick one of the goals of the year in that second term, and he's up on his bike with the outside of the right boot, found Bewley. So he just gets some air into the game, some air into his own lungs. Bewley's got a massive role to play in this second half. He went short and he hit up Joel Cadman, who wheeled onto the right boot, and he went long to the forward line in the George direction. So too Gresh couldn't hang on. Opportunity wide here for Sunbury. They need to be clean. It was McLean who went with the right boot. Gardner, well read. Took a nice grab, protected the ball drop. Now this kick all important. Oh, it was a shocking kick. Poor one at that. No care with the execution. Oh, they might turn it over here. They've given it back, Sunbury. Matricardi to Cadman to Edwards. And, yep. Just a bit of Benny Hill music required for the last 30 seconds of play.
Yeah, good comedy, Todd. Only we're playing football.
7-point lead to Sunbury. Third term, tap one there by Muir. And we'll get a ball up on half forward here. Matthews again. Tap one by Muir. Good as a kick to Miller on the outside. Jones went to ground, opened the door for McLean, fitted inside, power tackle, taken to the ground. It was a good tackle from Gardner. And we'll get a ball up.
That was an excellent tackle from the young fellow there.
Some good footy all round. Power comes off for a much-deserved break. He's been arguably Sunbury's best today. Muir went to the outside. It's Patiri, who's held up. Margin 7 points, which was the lead at the half. Muir to Newitt. Clever little chip. Got the lob wedge out and found Miller from 52. Went in the Doyle direction. Was good work there from Lahure. Ball sped out back. Chance for Jones. He's a left footer. He's carried over the line.
Well, we knew he was in trouble then, Todd.
He was indeed.
He had the boundary line to save him.
Sunbury deep into attack here. Can they keep back-to-back goals? Throw in. Tap one by Walker. Ground ball, Bewley, fed it by hand, couldn't get it through the traffic, but Matthews gathered, and that tumbling, awkward Ruckman-style kick's going to come back as quickly as it came out through Tindanello. Right foot kick, wide of the pocket to the Sutton direction, and he's got it. Just a good use of the body there by Sutton. Forward craft. We saw plenty of that last year on his way to a Tony Lockett medal. So, how many Sutton kick?
Got 2 so far, Todd.
2, so...
Going for 3, and he's pretty accurate, as you know.
Yep. So it'll be Jake Sutton, who's spent a bit of time at Sydney Swans VFL this year. Welcome return for this big clash against the Devils. For goal number 3. He's done enough, Sutton. Back-to-back goals to Sunbury. Their 11th of the afternoon. $11 goals to 68. Lead the Devils 9-1-55. A wild guess on this pretty ordinary scoreboard here at Sunbury. So we're back at the restart. Sunbury looking to extend further on this lead, get some separation into the game. Ball up, tap one there by Walker, only as far as Lockie George. Spear and kick wide to Gresh, who's shown a bit today, the youngster. So a right foot kick, deep into the forward line. The lever.
Been good, Todd.
Yep.
Been very solid. And you're right, Greg's done some good things.
So lever went short, the kick was okay in the end. Found Newitt, sidestep around Baker, was comfortable, and he went wide. Hannett got an important touch on it before he's carried over the line. We get a boundary throw in on half forward out of side for the Devils. 11 and a half minutes gone. Third term. Sunbury lead by 13. Eels knocked it forward. George took them on, released the ball by hand to Bewley. He's got to do it himself, the captain. Left foot kick. Squaring one at that. Found Watkins. So, such a big ground here at the Clark Oval. Not the tallest man on the ground, is he, young Watkins?
Well, if he gives up footy, Todd, he'd go straight to Flemington.
So that'll be Watkins. Let's see if he can get the journey with it.
Yeah, take his best.
With a heavy ball, third term, 40 metres out from goal. Kicks on its way. He hits it well, the youngster. And he gets an important one done for the Devils. They get one back. And Sunbury just can't shrug the Devils at the moment. They always get it. You know, it's a 13 and 19 and almost, shut the gate. But Darley just seemingly doing enough and hanging in. 11-2-68, Sunbury. Darley 10-1-61. How about the accuracy on goal? 21 goals, 3 collectively between the two sides. It's unheard of because it's often quite swirly here at the Clark Oval. It's never something taken for granted, accuracy on goal here. So Watkins gets the goal. So we're back at the restart. Matthews won the tap. Miller couldn't gather. Ball spewed out to outer centre wing. Bramble's got the toe. Just needs to bend, and he did. Could have been held without it, but ball's caught around his feet. Swarm of players around the footy. Spiteri, one of those, ushered to the ground, and we'll get a ball up right in front of the confused scoreboard here at the Clark Oval. Well, busy's probably a better word than confused. Ball up. Matthews over the footy, and we'll get another ball up. So the margin, 7 points. That's what it was at half-time in favour of the hosts. Edwards, Gillard. They've got an out number here, Sunbury. Can they work it out? Well, Edwards will super one out. And the knock forward from Edwards actually went on to the boot of Spiteri, so he's a bit stiff there.
He did well, Bud Edwards. He was up against 3, Todd.
Yeah, that's right.
Broad effort.
They've more often had the outnumber today, Sunbury. And George found Lever, who's been good. Played on, went by hand to Guthrie. Look out. He just got ball to boot, turned it over, didn't go the required. Hurried ball forward. Oh, the gather from Hine was terrific. So from half forward, he looks to go to the pocket. Oh, Bewley's got it.
Geez, that was a clever kick, Todd.
Well, he must have heard the voice of Bewley because Hine was running to his right side.
And he screwed it back on the left.
He would have had
at an angle
Bewley
of about...
his blind spot.
Yeah.
And he's found him.
Found the skipper with outstretched arms.
So Bewley to get the Devils back within a point. Kicks on its way. Little work for the goal umpire to do at either end. Gee, they're not really clocking up the steps today. The goal umpires have had very little work to do.
They're going straight over their head, Todd.
Yeah. Excellent finishing on goal. It's been a feature of the afternoon, to be honest.
Skipper gets his second.
Bewley gets goal number 2. Sunbury 11-2-68. Darley 11-1-67. I have not seen straighter kicking for goal in my time watching footy at the Clark Oval over a considerable amount of time, I assure you. 11-2 to 11-1. 15 minutes gone, third term. Game on. So it'll be Walker and Lesko to contest in the ruck. Tap one there by Walker. McLean just got caught up in the sludge. Power gave it back to McLean. Swing and a miss by hand. Lesko caught over the ball, rolled in the tackle. And we'll get a ball up.
He's a bit stiff.
McLean was very
stiff. He just put his foot down and suddenly he's in a glue hole.
Ball up. Tap one by Eels. Hurried kick forward there from Andy Azapati. Territory going to half forward. Force it at front spot. Going the soccer off the ground. There was Hatcher. Dangerous spot here for Sunbury. Bewley. Stolen there by Younger. Shot on goal, goes across the face. Bouncing ball, they'll take that. They'll get a throw in. Deep inside 50, the Devils, who trail by a point, 16 and a half minutes into this third term.
So Bewley comes straight out of the middle, Todd, and just goes forward. I don't think he's seen the bench.
No, rightly so. So we get a boundary throw in here. And we'll get the blood rule. Not for the first time today. So let's go off, and Matthews trudges on. Throw in. Darley in attack. Bewley grabbed it out of the ruck, threw it onto the boot. Didn't have a great deal of impact, but Andy has a party. Sent the ball forward and snuck it through for a behind. Goal umpire didn't know what to do, having to run over there between the goal and the point post.
All tied up, Todd.
Scores level. 11-2, 68 apiece here. 17 and a half minutes gone, third term. We'll be leaving to bring the ball back into play. He'll come broadcast sign. Got plenty on the kick. Guthrie at the back. They've got numbers here. Darley.
Oh, bad option.
And they just made a meal of that. Bramble with a dangerous kick. George from the side. Force it. George. Swarmed by Lions. Not before he can get boot to ball. Lever. Got to be a free kick.
Oh, yep.
Every day of the week.
Correct.
It's been super down back today, Lever. And he'll rebound again. Bramble, I've liked his game too. Right foot kick. Cut off there by Joel Cadman.
Been very good as well, Todd.
So he gets onto the right boot and sends it to a central area. Gresh in front, got a fist on it. Loose ball, Bewley gathered, released the ball by hand. Baker, look out, was quick hands there from Younger. Stolen by Sutton. And he'll steady the ship here with a short kick, and he found McLean.
He snuck up like a librarian, Todd.
Yeah, you can have that one. Right foot kick to the outside. Hannett's off on his bike with a running bounce. Oh, just didn't sit up for him. Baker ran past him, and then Hannett squared it. He's a good ball user. Found Miller on centre wing outer side. Fed it by hand to Power, who's had a bit of a roll around in the mud. Found Gillard. He goes to the left boot, to the pocket. Spiteri, Lahure, just threw it out in the end. Joel Cabin's covered some ground. And he has a party with a squarey kick. It was ambitious. It was a nice stretch and grab there by Lockie George.
Starting to get a few touches, Todd.
Yeah, had an excellent second term and been good in this third. As that left foot kick, if you don't mind. Oh, he's just dropped what he should have taken there, force it. Just undoing all the good work. I mean, it's just, that was a beautiful field kick there from George. Just need to mark it on the chest. In the end, unable to do so. Ball up. That's the pressure of senior footy. Here goes McLean. Tumbling kick. Across the middle. Doyle. Gathered cleanly. And he can measure the kick to Newitt, who looks to go forward. Walker.
Cool.
And Walker will go back and have a shot on goal here. 40 metres out directly in front.
They're not happy, Todd, and they're absolutely correct, as that's 50 every day of the week.
Scores level, 20 minutes gone. Any score will restore the lead for Sunbury. And they'll be looking for one on the major front. I think he's kicked one already, Walker. So I'm impressed with this kid. He's that sort of modern prototype looking player, isn't he, Walker? Straight over the goal umpire's hat. Sunbury. They got their noses in front here at the Clark Oval. 12-2-74. Sunbury lead Darley 11-2-68. So Sunbury kick away, Darley get one back. Sunbury kick away, Darley get one back.
It's just an arm wrestle, Todd.
Story of the afternoon.
It's an arm wrestle.
Story of the afternoon. So we're back at the restart. It'll be Matthews and Muir. Muir with the tap. Ground ball, power, rolled in the tackle there by Matthews, and we'll get a ball up.
His second efforts have been very good, Matthews, Todd.
Yeah, he's tried hard today. So Muir. Free kick here. It's going to go against Brett Bewley. It's going to go to Newitt. And 50 against the captain for... put it that way if you like.
He might have said something like, what are you doing for tea?
The educated call it dissent.
Correct. Yeah, I don't think he was
It'll be
asking.
Newitt. It'll have a shot on goal from just inside 50. Quality player, Jack Newitt. Versatile, can play back, forward, mid, wing. Good running player. And a chance to get back-to-back goals for Sunbury from 40. Gives it an almighty thump.
Ooh.
It's just off to the left.
I think it hit the post, Todd.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah.
Well, given the accuracy of the two sides this afternoon, that could end up being a handy point.
He just didn't hit it right, did he?
12-3 to 11-2. Margin back to 7. The halftime lead that Sunbury had is now the halftime lead. It was now the lead they have after 23 minutes. Force it. Gathered. Tackled. Taken to the ground. Ball spills free over the line. We get a boundary throw in. And a little bit of indecision out there on the ground.
I think he got a handball to it, Todd.
We'll get a boundary throw in. So, Sunbury 12-3-75 lead, Darley 11-2-68. 23 and a half minutes gone. Well, the fans are starting to get involved, which is good because they've been pretty quiet for the first half. Baker, left-hand hand pass to George on his left boot. Kicked into space, foot race on. And he has a party. And Pearce. Pearce kept his feet. Joel Cabin, he went to ground. Going the soccer there was Watkins. Couldn't get any real advantage. Ball's held up. And we're going to ball up on half forward out of sign of the ground for the Devils. 24 minutes gone, third term. Sunbury 12-3, lead. Darley 11-2, Standing start. Andy has a party. High up and under kick. Watkins in front. Umpire call, play on. And we'll get a ball up. Seven-point lead to Sunbury. Time on. Tap one by Muir. Chance for Hine, who's double tackled there by Ryan and Power.
He wasn't going anywhere, Todd.
No. We'll get a ball up. Chance for Matricati. Went the thump. Hind, elusive. Left boot. Squaring one at that. It's been turned over by Tendanello. And Tendanello will go short to Lever. He's been good in the back half. Short to Bramble, who's had plenty of it. Back to Lever. Sidestep was clever. Okay, broadcast side. Gillard. Left foot kick towards Walker. Gathered it cleanly. Fed the ball inside to Gillard, who took them on. And just tipped the ball over the top. It's a good kick to Spiteri. It's on a 45-degree angle here. Had Sutton on the lead. Well, Doyle to the outside, the left foot up. He elect to own it himself. Seven-point lead to Sunbury. 40 metres out from goal. We'll call it a centering kick. Chance for Sutton. Elusive, took on the tackle. Forced to release the ball by hand, George. So too he. Sutton gets another opportunity. And misses to the near side, one behind. Sunbury's fourth behind of the afternoon. 12-4, they lead Darley 11-2, And Bewley will bring the ball back into play for the Devils. Penetrating kick to the outer side of the ground. Desperate work there by Andy Azapati. Hind goes to Socrates, got some toe. Jones gave it to Bewley in the end, gave it to Hind at the end. So he's high up and under left foot kick. Well, it was awkward.
Oh.
Turnover, poor one at that. And Tendanello cut it off, and not for the first time this quarter. So Tendanello looks for an option. And he goes wide, so can they get some pressure on this exit kick, the Devils? So they can't, so they've got time to just measure. And they'll give it back here. Matricati needs to be assured by foot here. The kick was good. He found Hatcher. So he looks to square the ball. Edwards took an uncontested mark at the end. It was a well-weighted kick.
It was a good kick, Todd, but geez, he had a lot of space, didn't he?
We'll go back and have a shot on goal here today. How many's Edwards kicked?
No, I don't think he's got one, Todd.
Feels like everyone's kicked one today except you and I, mate. So Edwards for his first and a chance to reduce the margin to 2 points. Deep in time on in this third term at the Clark Oval. Straight through the middle. Darley are inside a kick here. Gee, they have some ripper games, Darley and Sunbury, don't they? Doesn't matter where they are on the ladder. There's very little separates the two sides.
Certainly the case, Todd. Not good for the blood pressure.
No. Sunbury 12-4, lead Darley 12-2, 2-point lead to Sunbury, 28 minutes gone, third term. Thankfully, the rain has held off today. Like, well, it's it's a genuine heavy 10 in the middle of the ground.
Correct.
But aside from that, the ground's in really good nick.
And there's plenty of it too, Todd.
Yeah. It's a big track. It's the Flemington of the BFNL. Ball up. Edwards, Muir, call it even. Has the gather from Baker. Fed it by hand to Bewley, who got it to Joel Cabin, who got it to Hind, who makes things happen. Kick turned over. And they're away through Lever, who came broadcast side. Miller didn't have to break toe. Will break stride. Chance here for Jones. Turnover opportunity. Short kick to Edwards in the middle of the ground, who speared the ball to Bewley, who's just outside 50. And given his game awareness, he'd be well aware that there's not a lot of time left.
What do you think, Todd? Is it beyond him or?
Nothing's beyond Brett Bewley. We'll see how he goes from centre half forward to the teeth of goal.
Ooh.
Loose ball. Gee, somebody just happy someone touched it in the end.
Yeah.
Wasn't a great deal of will for that aerial contest from either side, really.
Wasn't one every spearing one, but he got plenty on it, Todd.
Darley within a point. Lever again. Left foot kick. Found Bramble. Kelly presents from a mile back. You should find him. He's still there all on his own. But he'll go to the longer option in Muir. And it knocked away from him by Brett. Hine took them on.
Ooh.
Held to him, said the umpire. We'll get a ball up here. Half forward. Broadcast sign for Darley, who lead by 1 point. Tap one by Muir. Might have copped an accidental poke in the eye. Power, Muir. And we'll get a boundary throw in here. True centre wing broadcast side. 1 point separates these two sides. Of course, the Devils rank 1 for third quarters in the comp. And they've just got their noses in front in isolation, albeit a third term. Jones ran past the footy. McLean, Gillard, good pressure from Jones. Bouncing ball, oh, that's gone off the boot of Walker.
That's a free kick.
And Brett will take the resultant free kick. Yeah, the Lasso, it's the new rule they're using in all games of footy. Through the hands of Lever. Tendinello. Quick hands to Bramble, to Power. The racehorses combine. Right foot kick in the sudden direction. Oh, he's opened the door for himself. He just needs a kind bounce. Got one. Threw it onto the left boot.
Oh,
and
geez.
the siren will save the Devils. 1 point lead to the home side. 3/4 time. Got a game on. Tensions rising here at the Clark Oval. Sunbury 12-4-76. They lead Darley 12-3-75. Wayne, you got the host of goal kickers before I take a look at some scores from around the grounds.
For the home side, Sunbury, we've got Doyle with 3, Sutton with 3, Blake Walker's got 2, Gillard 1, Power 1, Riley Miller 1, and Egan 1. And for Darley, we've got Bewley 2, Hine 2, George 2, Edwards 1, as a party 1, Greg 1.
He's got 2.
Greg?
Yeah. But anyway, keep going.
4, 6, that's the lot.
Right.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, let's just have a look at some scores going on around the grounds.
10, 11, 12. No, I don't think so, Todd. I think he's got 12. Only the one, Greg.
Okay.
Yeah, got Watkins 1, Greg 1. Let's go 2, Bewley 2, Hine 2, George 2, Edwards and as a party. Sum up the 12.
Not sure Andy kicked one, did he?
Andy as a party?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got him down for 1, Todd.
All right, well,
Check with the man over there. He's the expert.
That's all right. East Point, 7-10-52. Charles Sebastopol, 10-7-67. Redan, 7-9-51. Lead Lake Winderee, 3-12-30, if you don't mind. Ballarat, 11-7-73. Lead North Ballarat, 3-3-21. And Bacchus Marsh, 6-10-46. Trail Melton, 9-6-60.
Only
So
two goals here,
there's
Todd.
some ripper games going on around at the moment, and none more so than the one we've got going on here. A very close game of footy. It's Sunbury who lead at the final change by 1 point. Yep, 12-4-76. They lead Darley 12-3-75. Breaking back with the final quarter action in 5 minutes' time.
So Reg Brand sends it inside 50 for Sebastopol. They're 30 metres out from goal. Few players flew. No one can take the mark. Waiting down low, although dangerous in these situations is Forbes, and he has a look at the goals, and he kicks a right foot snap for the first goal of the day.
One down there by Gertz. Cassidy, strong in the hips, side step superb. Standing barrel, if you don't mind, to a vacant goal square. He needs the bounce, and he got it!
The Clark Oval, ahead of the final quarter action, just a point in it. It's another Sunbury Darley classic. Darley to kick to the left of screen in the final term. Muir won the tap. Powell could have been held without it. Umpire called play on. And he has a party. Fitted by hand of Bewley. Right foot kick. Lever off his boot. And the new rule says it's going to come back. It looks like it's going to be a boundary throw-in. I thought that came off the shin at least of Lever. We get a boundary throw-in. 76, Sunbury lead Darley 75, opening minute, final term. Stick with us right throughout the afternoon. Loose ball. Is hustled forward. Brambles had a good day. He was clean. Fitted by Handemuir. Back to Boyd. He's in trouble. Cop one high. True centre half back. He plays on. He gave it to Bramble. His short kick was effective. And found Ryan, one of the youngsters. Promising youngsters of the Lions' pride. He went short and found Tendinello. Walker presented, and now he'll go to him. Impressed with this young fella too, Wayne.
Yeah, he's been good, Todd.
So he looks to square the ball to a dangerous area. Turnover, Younger. He didn't even have to move. So he gave it to Bewley. Fed it by hand. Baker was clean. Tried to find Hind. Made it look easier than what it was. Check side with the outside of the right boot. Was clever.
That was outstanding, Todd.
Super.
Vision and execution in one.
And Hatcher, he doesn't mind bobbing up for a goal from time to time.
Take his best, Todd.
We'll have a shot on goal here from about 40 metres out. Canine variety, just trying to get the better of Hatcher. So it'll be from 40 metres, kicks on its way, it'll get the journey, and the inaccuracy.
I think he's hit the post, Todd.
Off to the right.
No, just
Scores level at the Clark Oval. Lever, Bramble, both in Sunbury's best. Bramble dumped as he kicked. Umpire let it go. Excellent gather from Ryan. High up and under kick under pressure. Went wide. Hannah tried to find Pearce with the tap. But that was nullified. We'll get a boundary throw in on half forward outer side. When you say half forward at the Clark Oval, it's still 100 metres away from goal. Tick over 3 minutes gone, final term. Throw in. Muir. Hind. And he has the party. High up and under kick. Gresh at the back. Oh, nearly hung on. Socket forward to a dangerous area. Riley was quick off the mark. Gathered cleanly. Gave it to Bramble. Fed it over the top to Boyd. He got a terrible bounce. Opened the door for the Devils. Edwards will get on the end of it. He's a left footer. And
horrible.
you can tell because the right foot let him down. Power. Lever. Left foot kick from half back to half forward. That's an excellent sprint gather there from McLean. He kicked it across the body and found Spiteri. On half forward. He looks to switch play to this side of the ground. Gillard got a kind bounce. He too a left footer. And he hit up the target. And it's Walker. We'll go back and have a shot on goal here. Well, he'll at least give Sunbury the lead in the event of a score. Kicked a couple today.
yes, Todd, he's got a couple.
76 apiece. So it'll be Walker with a score to give Sunbury the lead. Kicks on its way. And it's off to the left. So 2 positives for Sunbury. They've regained the lead and they've got the ball deep in their forward half. Now it's up to the Devils' defence to extricate through Matricardi with a high up and under kick. Edwards should have hung on. It didn't do enough. It's a hot footy though. Intent good. And Waters held up. We get a ball up 65 metres away from the Sunbury goal. Ball up, tap. Matthews only as far as Power, just chipped it into the pocket to Walker. It's a good spoil on the ball there from Brett. Power kept running. Released the ball to Guthrie. Released the ball by hand. Walker again. Gillard left footer. High up and under kick. Doyle. That knocked away from him. Chance for Lahure. Now he's gone to ground. He's under the pump. Sundermon holding the ball. And not forthcoming. Lucky there was Lahure. You're always in trouble when you go to ground. You don't deserve benefit of the doubt.
And they've been pretty consistent in paying them, Todd.
Yes, more so, yeah. Ball up. Tap one by Matthews. Hind, high up and under, clearing kick. We'll get to the defensive 50. Ryan set himself under and took a nice grab for the Lions. And he went short to Bramble, who looks to go lateral to Tentadello, who marks on his own on centre half forward. Lowered the eyes. The kick was okay. And found Hannett, who's a thumping kick. And distance won't be a problem for this man. He's arguably the longest kick. It'll be just about the accuracy. So Hannett, from just inside 50, gets plenty on the kick. Just off to the left for a minor score. So a 2-point lead to Sunbury, 12-6 to 12-4. And this time it'll be Brett Bewley to assume the kick-in duties. And he lopes away to broadcast side to Matthews, who marks on the chest. He went inboard. They'll work it out. Touch of the fumbles there from Freeman. Spent it before he had it. Now he's in trouble.
Jeez.
And we'll get a ball up.
Basic.
Ball up. Eels won the tap. Edwards got the crumb. Hurried kick forward. And the Lasso's been paid, despite the endeavours of Gresh. So Lever will chip it to Guthrie. Go back to Lever if he likes. City obliges. And he lowered the eyes. He went to half forward. Hannett, Power. Elusive. Got it over the top. Spiteri took them on and gone. Umpire call play on. Edwards. Chip with the left boot. Chance for Hind. And he'll go with the right boot towards Lockie George. Running forward there was Hatcher. George just needs to get it to him. But he went with the longer option with the shot on goal and he missed to the left. Be disappointed with that, George. Either the accuracy of the kick, / inability to find the teammate. So we're back to a 1-point ball game, 12-6 to 12-5. And that familiar exit lateral kick awarded. Riley was the beneficiary. He went short to Guthrie. So we've seen that happen a few times today. He went short to Hannett. So with little or no pressure, they get out of trouble. Walker presented well. His gather was clean. Fed it by hand. Kelly had it knocked away from him. Umpire picked out a free kick here. It's going to go to Hind. Hind has to go back behind the mark. 9 minutes gone. Final term. Sunbury 78, lead Darley 77. Ballarat are going to be big winners over North Ballarat this afternoon. So Hind sends the ball forward. Lever with courage. Going to pay that mark every day of the week. Terrific grab. Pinpoints the pass to Miller. He's got Boyd lateral if he likes, but he'll go short to Bramble. He'll go into the middle of the ground. Newitt leads into the race to the ball. Good pressure from Matricati. Turnover now. Bewley. He'll get onto the left boot. And he'll go deep into the pocket. George.
Excellent kick from Bewley.
So.
George gets a chance at redemption, Todd.
He's had a good game. He's been busy after quarter time, George. Chance to give Darley the lead.
Oh.
And he'll go through for a behind.
That wasn't his
Scores
best.
level. 78 apiece here at the Clark Oval. 10.5 minutes gone. Scoreboard can't separate these two sides at the moment. Entertaining affair. Lever to Guthrie, and that concede exit kick. Guthrie. I thought he was going to do the sidestep there, but he goes to a dangerous area. Bewley. He's had a super game, Bewley. He's had plenty of it. And he'll go onto that left boot. He'll go to Cadman. It's a good stretch and a good grab. Joel Cadman will go back and have a shot on goal here. And we'll give Darley the lead bar some monumental failure. It's just whether it'll be in the minor or major variety. 11.5 minutes gone. Final term. Cadman with a shot on goal. Deliberate approach. Kicks on its way. Darley are in front.
For the first time, Todd.
Well, the first time all afternoon. 13-6-84, Darley. They lead. Sunbury 12-6-78. Yeah, I was just thinking right back to the opening minute of that first quarter when Darley did have a shot on goal. 20 metres out directly in front. They kicked that on the full. And then went up the other end, and Sunbury have led ever since.
Correct.
Whilst they've been able to work their way back and draw level, Sunbury have always done enough to kick away and keep the Devils at arm's length. And now we look for a response from the hosts, who trail by 6 points. Near 12.5 minutes gone, final term. No lights on here at the Clark Oval. But the digital scoreboard having some effect. Tap one by Walker, being good. Chance to, that was quick hands there from the Devils, so he got it to Baker. Went forward, good thump, good sprawl there from Riley. Edwards and Miller got a bad bounce. There was good pressure there from Edwards, kept his feet. Got it to Fawcett, got it to Bewley. Left foot kick forward. Gretsch kept his feet. Decision making, all important here. Chipped it up. Cadman, went through his hands. And Bramble with the tackle, squared away a stoppage, 40 metres away from the Darley goal. It's going to go down to the wire. It looked like it was from a fair way out, but some confirmation. Eels, Hind, tackle, taken on the ground. Look at the ball up. 78 Sunbury, trail Darley 84. After just 1 point separated the two sides at three-quarter time. Eels through his hands. Cadman tackle taken on the ground. Hind looks a little bit worse for wear. Ball up. Darley in attack here. George into the ruck. Eels out-muscled him on that occasion. Fed it by hand. It was a hot one, only as far as Joel Cadman. Hurried kick from Riley. Jones needed to bend. He got a bad bounce, but he kept his feet. He did well, and he got it to Edwards. Lowered the eyes. It's spearing kick. Went there towards Hind, and Tendinello's been bailed up. Some good heat on the footy there. And we're going to ball up 50 metres away from the Darley goal. 14.5 minutes gone. Final turn. Darley by 6 points. Ball up. Eels. Good use of the body again. Miller. Hurried kick. Flying there was Gillard. Edwards.
Oh,
poor kick.
Jeez, that's two in a row.
And they'll get it back here.
Oh, he'll get it back.
That was like watching two ordinary blokes playing pool at the pub. Edwards with ball in hand. So the left footer goes to a dangerous area. Gretsch from the side, can hang on. Ball goes to ground. Chance here for Miller, who went central with a dangerous kick. Good at 10 on the footy there from Gillard. And pressure from the Devils from Matt Triccardi to enforce the ball up just inside half forward broadcast side. Ball up, Eels again, won the tap. Joel Cadman, left foot kick across the body. Lever.
Oh, how's he there day, Todd?
He's had a super day, and he lopes away into the left boot with a spearing kick to outer centre wing. McLean the target, he'll end up with it. Oh, he took them on, gave the don't argue to Andy as a party. Then sent the ball forward, it was a good kick. Too far out to score. I'll go back with the left foot kick. There was Gillard to Bramble, who kept running to a dangerous area. It's a grab taken by Newitt. Newitt has a chance to square the ledger here. Seesawing affair here at the Clark Oval under dark grey skies. Tick over 16 minutes gone. Final term. I think in the wash-up, whoever wins or loses, both sides will be able to take plenty out of this encounter this afternoon. As Newitt makes no mistake and squares the ledger here at the Clark Oval, 13 goals apiece. So whoever does end up on the wrong end of today would be able to find numerous areas of required growth. Wayne.
Yeah, it's been a good arm wrestle, Todd, all day.
So the intent's been terrific. The intent and the pressure and the will has been really solid. Scores level halfway through this final term here. Ball up. Tap one by Muir. Good pressure from Hind. We'll get a ball up. Still anybody's game. Scores level here. Ball up. Muir won the tap. And we'll get another stoppage. You know, on a draw, it nearly be a fair result here today.
True.
Tired players out there, surely. It's been quite a taxing game on this big ground. Guthrie knocked it to the advantage of Bramble. Couldn't gather cleanly. Watkins swooped and then gave it to Baker. Standing start.
Who else?
Pumped it forward and found Lever in the end. He'll just go short to Kelly. He'll come broadcast side to Tenanello. He ran around, force it, and ran to half back. And then released the ball by hand to Miller. He's bereft of option to McLean. He went along the line. Matthew Bratt leads into the race to the ball. Kept it in front of him. Just needs some help.
Ooh.
Jones is ushered over the line. We get a boundary throw in. True centre wing broadcast side. Scores level. 13 goals, 6 apiece. 18 and a half minutes gone. Final term. Game played in high spirits this afternoon. Quite typical of a Sunbury Darley encounter. Muir won the tap. Guthrie again. Left foot. Bouncy ball. Found Bramble. They got it to Kelly. Fed it by hand to Doyle. Sunbury go deep into attack. Good effort on the footy there by Boyd. Starting to apply the tackle to hot footy. And we'll get a ball up. 35 metres away from the Sunbury goal. Scores level. Nearing time on in this final term. Matthew Brett has fed it to the outside. It was okay to Lahoure. He's got time to measure his kick. To outer side centre wing. Muir, well, he had a bit of it. Umpire called play on. Andy has a party, got it on the outside. Ryan stole it. And Kelly. Now Power. The sidestep. And the territory gain forward. Matthew Brett on the last line with a hand pass to Gardner, who's got to get it to Edwards quickly. And he does. It was a good kick. So Gardner will keep running. So too, Lockie George. Needs to be good here. And he set it up in front of Bewley. Kicked it over his head. Not going to rebound. He kind of a bit disappointed with that. Bramble with the rebound. That's a free kick. So they'll play on by hand to Guthrie. He'll just chip it towards half forward, looking down towards Walker, who's ushered over the line. We'll get a boundary throw and on half forward. So it's all down to who wants it most, Wayne. It can go either way. 20 minutes into this final term. Scores level. Most entertaining game. There's been very little in it on the scoreboard for the most part. It's been validated by its current stance. Throw in, Muir, Baker. Fed it by hand, missed the target. It was meant for George. And then he got it to Hine. So Hine needs something forward, and he goes with the outside of the right boot. Looking there towards Bewley. Tenanello had front spot. Sunbury had numbers. Bewley had 3 or 4 to beat in the end, and the numbers will prevail through Lever, who got it to Kelly, who got it to Power, got the overlap to Bramble, he's kept running, he's had a super game, running bounce to outer centre wing, drew the play, missed the target, but there's another Sunbury play there to pick up the scraps, and it was Pearce with the right foot kick to half forward. 3 Darley players up, who's down? Baker's one of those for the Devils, ball spills out, chance for Edwards, kick under pressure, only as far as Newitt, good pressure from Bewley, wanted holding the ball, denied, high up and under kick, important aerial here, and the grab's been taken there by Matthew Brett.
Well done, Jones.
So the kick went to Lockie George on the defensive side of the middle of the ground. 22 minutes gone, final term. Some tired players out there. So George told to play on by the umpire. Right foot kick towards half forward. Spearing one of that out wide. Now Hatcher got out the back here, just needs to sit for him. And he bent well, and he fed it to the outside to Andy Azzopardi. Took a running bounce. He loves a goal, Azzopardi, but he looked to square it to force it.
Oh, jeez, that was risky.
So Fawcett will go back and have a shot on goal. He had a shot in the second quarter from a little bit further out than here and shanked it out of bounds on the full. But any score here will give Darley the lead. 84 points apiece, 22 and a half minutes gone, final term. What a moment for the young fella, Fawcett. Kicks on its way. He makes no mistake. Darley get a 6-point advantage in time on. 23 minutes gone, final term. Fawcett gets his first. There's been some unfamiliar names on the goal front for Darley today. But they hang in there by 1 goal. Be interesting to see how Jake Egan is, having taken no further part from midway through that second term. We hope he's okay.
Yeah, huge loss, Todd.
Especially when the game's in the balance like this,
Yeah,
cream rises to the top.
He'd be their best player. Reigning Henderson medalist.
6-point lead to the Devils. Back at the restart. Ball up. Tap one there by Muir. Guthrie again. Fed it to the outside to the running Pearce. Got it over the top to Newitt. To Hannett. Fed it back towards Newitt and went wide of the pocket. Missed the target. Dribbling ball. Gillard presented. Kept it in. Fed it over the top to Pearce. Broke the tackle. Power. And there's some good defensive pressure. They're a mile away from us here. And we'll get a ball up 45 metres away from the Sunbury goal.
And it's not getting any brighter, Todd.
No, that's right. Only the scoreboard is. Ball up. Tap one there by Muir. Hine took them on, just threw it over the shoulder. George has been important. Shanked the kick, but got a territory gain. One of the few that can do that. And we'll get a ball up, half forward, out of side for Sunbury. 24 and a half minutes gone, final term. Ball up. Neither side could gain the ascendancy. Now Baker is looking for a handball give, and he got one through Bewley. He got it towards Younger, needed to be quick, and he was in the end. Hatcher was clever through the traffic, got it to the advantage of Baker. Now he needs to use the ball well. How about that for a kick? Found Fawcett, the man of the moment. He's bereft of option, so he gave it to Bewley, who ran to 51. Will the bounce favour?
Oh.
Yes, it will. Terrific team goal from the Devils. And they get a game-high 12-point lead for themselves. The most crucial part of the game, albeit deep in time on final term. Darley lead by 12 points.
They just worked it out from that pocket or flank out there. Tighten opened it up and ran, and the kicking was exceptional. Yeah, captain did what the captain does.
Yeah, he's been super today, the dual Henderson medalist. Near 26 minutes gone, final term. Both sides not with the best final quarter stats this year. Both are 4 and 5 heading into today. Someone's going to square the ledger and get away with the points. Commitment good from Spiteri and George. Ball spat out the back. Matricati needs to be clean here, and he did enough. Hatcher, did he get a touch on it? Well, no one's real sure over it on that side of the ground. So the boundary umpire and the central umpire will confirm. 26 and a half minutes gone, final term. Darley lead by 12 points after they trailed by 1 point at the final change. It's going to be a boundary throw in. Muir, Matthews, George, Baker. Bit of ball security there from Baker. Experienced head. We'll get a ball up. Time ticking away for the Lions now. Who'd have thought? Ball up. Tap one there by Muir. Chance here for Muir. Set a super game too. Hurried kick forward, high up and under kick. Ward. Just got on the end of it. Read it best off the boot. Second game back for Ward.
Any chance they'll put the lights on, Todd?
Well, the only lights are on at the moment are of that Holden over there. So George, he went back to Hind. He's not in a hurry. He's had a terrific game as well. There have been a lot of good players today. A lot of high possession game.
Yeah.
I think you'll see when the stats come out, there'll be a few blokes that have had plenty of it. Through the hands of Riley and Lesko, and it's over the line for a boundary throw-in. Centre wing out of side of the ground. Darley lead by 14 points. Near 28 minutes gone. Final term. There's the throw-in. Muir tapped it down to Newitt. Spiteri, touch of the fumbles. And we'll get another ball up on half forward out of side for Sunbury. So the Lions have led for 95% of this afternoon's match of the round. It's just the 2 late goals for the Devils. Sees them with their nose in front at the right part of the game. The most important, of course. And this will keep them in touch with the top 3 if they can hang on here. 12-point lead of the Devils. Ball up. Muir. Power. Well, Power was super in the opening half. George has had a terrific game for the Devils. Right foot kick. Foot race on here. Knocked in the direction of Lesko. Side step was good. He just needs someone to present. He goes, chips it back onto the right boot. Good stretch. Opportunity there by Joel Cadman. And we'll get a boundary throw in, forward 50 entry for the Devils. So the right end of the ground for Dan Jordan's men. Near 29 and a half minutes gone. Final term. Throw in. Lesko won that tap. And he has a party who's tried hard. He's had high GPS numbers today. Hind through traffic, one way, then the other. Then to Lesko. Can he kick a third? Yes, he can!
Oh, my goodness. Welcome back, Jason Lesko.
Lesko gets his third. And Darley get the sealer. It's all over here at the Clark Oval. 18-point lead to the Devils. Well, it was a memorable victory last week against Ballarat in the context of their season. And this one will be on par given the backs to the wall nature of today's effort. They've brought up the ton, the Devils. 16-6-102. They lead Sunbury 13-6-84. Back at the restart. Guthrie. And he has a party. He's had a good day. I think he's, I don't know, and he's just tried his gut out. His gut running has been really important on that outer wing all afternoon. But he's coughed that one up to Hannah. And the siren sounds here at the Clark Oval. Darley have done enough to get it done in a high-scoring affair here at the Clark Oval. Sunbury led at every change. And at the most recent change, by a point at three-quarter time. And the Devils have overrun Sunbury on their own deck. They booted 4-1 in the final term to get it done. Terrific win. Wasn't the best game of footy, but in the context of the season and personnel, it'll be considered one of the best by Dan Jordan in the aftermath, you would expect, Wayne.
Yeah, well, that's a game-high lead right at the death, Todd. 3 goals. Sunbury got away to 13 a couple of times. They got pegged back. They went again. They were never out of it, Darley. And but, yeah, they just, as you said, the will to win, they just got the job done in the end.
Wayne, you got the goal scorers.
I have, Todd. We'll go to Sunbury first. We've got Doyle with 3. Sutton 3, Walker with 2, Powell 1, Gillard 1, Miller 1, Egan 1. For the victors, Darley, Bewley 3, Hine 2, George 2, Fawcett 1, an important one, Edwards 1, Greg 1, and as a party 1. That was it, Todd.
We'll go round the grounds. East Point 8-15-63. Defeated by Sebastopol 11-9-75. 12-point win to the Borough. Redan 12-13-85. Defeated Lake Windermere 3-13-31. So that's a 54-point win to Redan. Ballarat 15-9-99 have defeated North Ballarat 6-4-40. 59-point win to the Swans. And Bacchus Marsh 6-10-46. They've gone down to Melton 12-12-84. A 38-point win to the Bloods. And an emotional win for the Bloods. No doubt you'll hear about that during the week. But honest with Darley, in the end, they trailed all day. And they just hung in with one of the more younger sides I've seen to come to the Clark Oval and get it done. I know Sunbury had some talent of their own out today, but Sunbury do bat deeper than the Devils. That is a fact, but the character that the Darley team have shown on the road today, a part of their game that they've struggled with this year, they've been able to show so much resilience and hanging in. Just when Sunbury are always a goal away from basically just running away with it, Wayne, but the Devils just seemingly got one back and they're well led by their captain, Brett Bewley.
Yeah, correct, Todd. Yeah, they just kept them in touch on the score.
So Rex Brand sends it inside 50 for Sebastopol. They're 30 metres out from goal. Few players flew. No one can take the mark. Waiting down low, although dangerous in these situations is Forbes. And he has a look at the goals. And he kicks a right foot snap for the first goal of the day.
One down there by Gertz. Cassidy, strong in the hips, side step superb, standing barrel if you don't mind to a vacant goal. He needs the bounce, and he got it!